Hey, CTE Academy, Mr. Klasner here. First off, I hope everyone had a great first day of school. Amazing job, everyone. One thing is if you'd like to share your Google Classrooms with me, please share. Ms. Burchett has already, so I can help you and support you in anything that is Google Classroom. Now, with that said, a good thing about us being in a Google Classroom is that we can actually see from the perspective of a student. So I just wanted to go over a few things and concerns that anyone had. So for example, I think our big piece is, if we go over here, you'll see our Google Classroom, the CTE Academies. Now, I've shared the codes with you. If anyone ever has an issue with the codes when giving them to students, remember they're right here in settings. You can find them right there. Then for our own Google Classroom, if you have any messages you want to send, and I'll get a bleep right away, just put them right here like Ms. Luz did, and I'll show you any examples. So I'm trying to organize everything for us to make life as laid back as possible. So one of the big things is your course maps. So your IPDP, which is here, is due October 15th. You can write right there and then turn in. For your monthly course map, I know some of us are sending it, or if anyone's confused, I just wanted to review. I did two things. One, you'll see that Mr. Westbrook's course map is here as an exemplar for you to review. And for the course map itself, without pulling up any of ours, this is simply supposed to just be a guide for what your weeks are going to look like. Because as of what's going on right now, we can only plan so much, and as things are continually changing. So for example, September, as you see here, I wrote, different units. Think of it as different weeks. September number 1, week 1. What unit are you going to hit? What essential questions are in there? What learning activities? Is it connecting to anything real world? Is it relevant? Because that's a question I always ask myself when I was teaching, and when I teach my one class, which I'll show you in just a moment, is what's the point? What if a student was to ask me right now, why do I need to learn this? I would be able to not only just explain or just point, this is why you are learning this. This is why you are going to need these either preliminary skills. Materials, obviously, everyone can write Chromebook. It's not a big thing. And then what is the final artifact? If it is a question on Google Classroom, if it is a Kahoot, if it is simply just submit this assignment, right there. And so think of each of these as a week, and you're planning out that week. It's only supposed to help guide you. I don't think that weekly lesson plans were going to be helpful for the way that we're going to be continually changing. So I want us to keep a week by week idea of how we should be doing things. Please reach out to me if there's any other questions, and then you can just push turned in once you're ready, and I'll review it and send you some feedback back for your September. You only have to complete September. Okay, with that said, that is where you will see Mr. Westbrook's exemplar. As we go down, I provided obviously essential office documents, which we're not going to use as much. This is if you're coming in, the COVID information for where you can send your assessment. Now, 2020 opening school docs, your virtual code of conduct, first week orientation review, staff expectations. I provided all of these here for you all to be able to post right into, not the COVID testing info, to be able to post into your own Google Classrooms as resources. Your attendance. So I did two things. This is your student remote learning log. This is the East Side one, where you can just submit any remote calls or, for example, the attendance issues. I put it right there to make life so that you have a location for it at all times. So your staff remote attendance link, this is for you all. Don't forget to sign in 810, sign out at 250. It's right there. You don't have to look for it anywhere. I also provided a school contact list and our club list for attendance and numbers. Remote learning resources. For example, our instrumental guide, I will put anything for our CTE academies here, little resources, pieces you've used already, the webcam request form, CTE materials from training, hotspot request form. I'm just organizing everything. So I'm going to probably start cleaning up these topics here, except here, staff meeting schedules. You all see your CTE matrix. Mr. West sent out an email about this as well. And then when it comes to posting your syllabi, I actually have linked all of your syllabi right here as well for each of the academies. So they are located right there for each of you. So now with that said, I wanted to show you, as some of you might know, I do teach the Teacher Academy courses. So I'm in the trenches with all of you. I will go to my course now. which is here. I just wanted to show you how I organize. I'm not telling you have to organize this way, but this is something that I did as I co-teach with Mr. Fabriano. Oh, I'm sorry, that's the internship one. That's the other academy. We'll go over here to the Teacher Academy. This morning, I posted a welcome. Hey, everyone, welcome to your first day. See you at the time, where you're going to go. And I just also posted today's agenda. But I organize everything by week. So I have our school resources here. This is Mr. Fabriano's website, which shows links to WebEx and so forth. You do not need to do your own website. I repeat, you do not need to do your own website. But here is post your syllabi and the school resources and general information, attendance policy, and so forth. I know many of you have already done that. I can also attach any of you on the Teacher Academy Google Classroom if you would like to peruse and take a look at things. Then I organize this way. I look at everything week by week, just like how you're doing in your course maps. I'm doing it week by week too, but on the Google Classroom. So this matches my own course map. I have my week intro to teaching, week 1 agenda. Those are my learning intentions, activities, just like what's in the course map. Then we're going to get started today. I have a do now, or a what's up with that is what I call it. I said, favorite teacher and the why. So we're going to break down what makes those teachers your favorite, and it's a simple question. It's supposed to be quick, engaging. Then I go through the Wednesday agenda. We're going to go into, obviously, their WebExes. I'm going to be showcasing some links and videos. And then we're going to finalize with their exit ticket right here. I always post the exit ticket. That's just me. The exit ticket is based on a video that they'll watch on their own, and then they'll respond for the last 20 minutes. And it's defining social justice. So I go right back to my initial learning intention of, the purpose of social justice. And I want them to define it for themselves based on videos, or based on our conversation, our discussion, and then this final video. And then they'll be able to turn that in. As you can see, one student actually already turned it in, Savannah. I put the exit ticket there because I'm going to have her now answer other people's responses, and that's how I'll use attendance. But I've already answered her, and the students like that we can give immediate feedback just like that, and you can actually start answering and grading as the students are plugging in for your exit ticket. Also, these are all just suggestions. If I go back, I've also posted my Friday exit ticket, so the students know how we're going to get to that objective here, but I haven't posted my agenda yet for that day. Only thing I'm doing is posting the weekly agenda to start, and then here you can see week 2. I already have my topic ready. What does education mean to you? So, big takeaways here. I will now share our white screen. So our takeaways are curriculum map, and the why, the exemplar, Westbrooks, is located right in Google Classroom and push turned in. And then our last one was organizing Google Classroom to your requirements. So when I make and organize my Google Classroom, I really think about, okay, imagine a parent is looking over their shoulder and they are not as tech savvy as their child, and they're trying to follow along as well. So I try and break it down as best as possible. I try and post not only just with the assignment, but I say Wednesday and the date. The kids know exactly when this is happening. We're not over their shoulders anymore to be able, hey, you got to submit that. So I make sure that we try and make it as foolproof as possible. There's always going to be 1 or 2 students that maybe misunderstand something, but the best thing is that we must become experts in navigating Google Classroom. That's why I want you all to practice navigating how our Google Classroom is set up, so you can see what it's like as a student's perspective as they are submitting their own assignments, or what they see from your perspective when you post something. I hope this was helpful, everyone. Please email me, call me, and I will see you at our first CPT next week, and I will discuss this. But I want to do this video to help everyone. Thank you so much, guys. You're the best. You're killing it already. Have a great second day, okay?